Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Libone and I'm a former au pair, now international student studying at San Antonio College here in Texas. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. I really appreciate it, and don't forget to click that subscribe button, that like button, and drop a comment down below. Okay, so today I want to get straight into today's video. We got no time to waste, okay? We're trying to make up for all the missed time that we've been having, okay? Okay, today's video is what I wish I knew before becoming an international student. Now, there's so many things that I wish that I knew, and there's so many things that I already knew, but I didn't know that they would be intense or it would be this difficult or whatever the case might be. So I've got a few points written down on my iPad, so I'll be looking down over here. And I might just be rambling, but this is what I wish I knew, and I'm passing that to you guys. So you can either take it as a grain of salt or actually really take it as some advice, because girl, it's hard out here. It is hard. It is very difficult. If you do not have systems put in place, if you do not have people around you, it will be difficult. But let's get straight into the video. Okay, so as you guys know, I am a former au pair. So I used to be an au pair in the USA, and that was an advantage for me because I already got immersed into the culture. I already knew people. I already had networks put in place. I already had all of that. And I think if you are an international student coming into the US without being an au pair, or this is your first time in the US, it might be a little bit difficult, and I might not be the best person to give you advice because I'm giving most of my advice, or I'm sharing most of my experience from an au pair perspective that is transitioning into the international student field, I guess, or yeah. Okay, one of my most important tips or things that I knew, which I already knew this. I already knew, but I didn't know that it would be quite important, is the most important part of this whole journey is money. You will need capital. You will need money. You're gonna need some stacks, some racks, some bands, some coins, whatever you want to call it. You're going to need money. And unfortunately, no matter the amount that you have saved, if you don't have money that's coming in constantly, you're gonna struggle. Point blank, period. I thought that, I had X amount of money saved up and this money was gonna get me through it. No. And one of the most fortunate decisions, or one of the decisions that I'm glad I took, was not going to a university. I am so glad I did not study at a university and I chose a community college instead, because that route of community college and then to a four-year university is much more cheaper. I mean, it's still expensive, but it's way cheaper than what you'll be paying if you are going to a four-year university. The whole message here, you are going to need money. You're going to need to demonstrate that you have enough funds to cater for yourself in the USA when you go to your... But you are going to need to show that you've got money. I think my biggest mistake was I had the money, I had proof, to show that, hey, I've got the money to pay for this, it's all good. It was really like, there's other things, there's other costs that are going to come into the picture. You've got to buy food. You've got to have transportation. You've got to pay for your health insurance every single semester. You've got to have a phone. You've got to have money to go do experiences, money to do your hair, money to buy clothes. You've got to have money aside from tuition. You need it. And that's the silly part that was in my head, like, oh no, I'm gonna be good, I'm not gonna need it. And this is where I'm grateful that I'm living off campus, because I go to a community college, so we don't really have dormitories. But I'm glad that I made the connections and I made the networks to have people to live with, people to help me, people where I can use their cars, drive to school and back. The area that I live in, there's no public transportation that's efficient unless you live downtown. So it's important to have a vehicle to get yourself from A to B. So you're gonna need money. So keep that in mind. I mean, there's obviously ways to get money once you're over here, like scholarships and whatnot, But let's face it, at least the first few months you're gonna have to live off something. So that's something to keep in mind. One thing that I regret, which I don't, but I wish that I had a major or my degree was something in STEM. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I think I could be wrong. Let's just find out, because I don't want to like pass out incorrect information. STEM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I wish that I chose a degree in STEM, one of those. I think you have a lot more opportunities in the USA if you are a STEM degree. Like myself, I'm a psychology degree, which I wouldn't consider it STEM, but it is considered science, but it's not. But I have 1 year of OPT. So I wish I knew that. And if I knew that, I would have probably done something in engineering or science, like biology or something. But that's one thing that I wish I knew. And maybe something that you guys don't know that I know is that, or everybody knows, is that you can work on campus. You can work on campus for 20 hours. Of course, it's not going to be a lot of money depending on which state you live. And at least for my community college at my school, the money that you make is grant-based work. So they don't actually pay you that money. It goes straight into your tuition, I guess. So I guess that's a bummer. But yeah, you can work on campus. If I wanted, I could work on campus, but I don't need to. But if I need to, then I will, right? And also working on campus kind of interferes with my class hours, but you can work part-time. And what I'm grateful for, I'm gonna just wrap it up, but what I'm grateful for is having made the networks and the friends who were able to help me during my au pair years that I took with me right now on my journey of, being an international student. I think it's so important as an au pair. And I keep saying this, make connections, make friends. You don't have to make friends with people that are quote unquote able to help you. Make friends with 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds. Make friends with people all over, whatever age, whatever race, wherever they live, because you don't know. You never know when you're gonna need their help. And people are willing to help. As long as you are a good friend and you're a good person willing to help too, then you'll be fine. And one thing that I'm grateful for is studying at a community college. I was very hesitant making that decision because I really wanted to go to Drexel University. But as soon as I saw how much money they were offering me scholarship-wise and how much money that I actually had to pay, plus food, no, it was not gonna happen. So I'm glad that I did that, and I'm glad I studied at a community college. It's much more smaller. I have made at least good professional relationships with my professors, so I know that if they need anything or if I need anything, I can reach out to them. That is so important, to talk to your professors, tell them about you, where you come from, your dreams, your aspirations. Because I know this is going off topic, but I had a conversation with one of my professors, which I thought she was an absolute, she wasn't liked, right? And I usually gravitate towards teachers and professors like that. I remember in primary school, there was this teacher that nobody liked, but I liked her. So I guess I gravitate towards people like that, people who are different. Anyways, I went to her office one day to have my office hours. Even though I'm an A student, I still go to my office hours to make sure that, I'm doing what needs to be done, and anything that I can, whatever can help me, just to have a good quote unquote relationship with my professor. And, I was telling her about my story, I'm an international student, yada, yada, yada. And she was like, oh, her husband and her were looking into hosting an international student. And she was asking about my living situation, and, luckily I've got a good living situation. So she was like, if I ever needed a place to stay. So it's see, now I've got that person out there that if shit hits the fan, I've got them. You know what I mean? So it might seem as if you're oversharing if you tell people not your life story and every bits and pieces of you, but it's if you just talk to people or tell them who you are, where you come from and whatever, then it's gonna work out. Gonna work out. Anyways, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching my video, liking it, commenting it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow my journey, you are more than welcome to go click on, that is my Instagram, LeBona M___. Go ahead and go follow. And also to add, I will be having one-on-one sessions. If you are an au pair interested to finding out more information in depth, or if you need me to help you with your application to study in the USA, whatever the case might be, I do have one-on-ones. You can go ahead and go schedule it. There is a link in my bio. The one-on-ones really, I mean, listen, you're gonna get some piece of information that I don't share on YouTube. So, and I'm gonna like personally help you with your profile. So I want you to know that there's that option. I do post YouTube videos, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.